Hey, what's up, guys? It's Del here, and today we're going to be doing our 3,000 subscriber Q&A special. Just once again, a huge shout out to every one of you. I was shocked when I hit my first 1,000. Now we're here at 3, and we're already over 3,100, which is just absolutely insane. So yeah, none of this would be possible without you guys. And so let's go ahead and jump into these questions. First question we have here from Jess Far Jess Fairness 7117. Sorry if I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of these names, but they say congratulations, cheers to more model kit reviews. Thank you, and yeah, I'm never gonna stop. And they ask if you have a choice of one model kit, either third party or Bandai, to have an MG Extreme or PGUnleash treatment, what would that be? Explanation on the gimmicks in the kit would include be much appreciated. It'd be the GPO one from Stardust Memories. I know there's the Mechanicore, which I have in the backlog. I'm saving that for a big special occasion. I think this would be great as a MG Extreme. I know there's the perfect grade, but we don't have a good 1/100 GPO1. And I think having the MG Extreme, having like a super high detailed GPO1, and then you have the full burn-in accessories with it to have it in that mode, and maybe include like a hanger bay as well. I think that'd be awesome. I'm honestly a little disappointed that Solomon, after doing the GPO2, just didn't do the GPO1, and they did the Kasatri instead. Which, I mean, no hate on the Kasatri. The Kasatri is awesome. The GPO1, the GP series in general are like my favorite Gundam designs in the whole series. I don't know why that just clicks with me, and then like the music from the show is great. We don't like Nina Purpleton. She doesn't exist and can't hurt us. But yeah, excellent question. Darian Bishop says, congrats on 3K, thank you. And what are your top recommendations for third-party model kits? Instead of listing kits in general, I'm going to list 3 brands. In Era, Motonuclear, and SNAA. They each have several great offerings, and all of them are pretty much just great. Out of the In-Era, SNAA, and Motonuclear kits I've built so far, been nothing but a great experience. I feel like it's really hard to go wrong with either one of those. Disney Designs 2558 asks, what's the worst and best kit you've done? The worst kit is easily the Bond metal build Destiny I did as the first video on this channel. It feels like such a long time ago. At the time of the review, and keep in mind, I wasn't good at it, and I still don't think I'm great. It was okay, but over time it became just a super big floppy mess, and needless to say, I don't have that kit anymore. And as far as the best kit, it's going to be probably a 3-way tie between the Motonuclear Zaoyun, the Sky Defender, and the Nemesis. Those are really just like peak third party right now. And we'll throw a Bandai kit in there too, just, you know, for the sake of it. We'll go ahead and throw in the MGX Strike Freedom. It was great. I mean, I know it could be a little pricey for, you know, the gold, but it really is a great build. My good friend Joe's Gunpla Garage says, congrats on 3K. Thanks, bro. It means so much. I mean, and congrats to you, bro. You have exploded since I started watching your content as well. I always kind of viewed us as like a cool little dynamic where you do the Bandai kits and I'm over here in my little third-party world. Just nothing but appreciation for you, man. And they have a lot of questions here. What's a kit you've been wanting but hasn't been produced yet in plastic yet? Instead of using the same answers before with the Master Grade Extreme GPO1, let's just say we're all thinking here. A Tequila Gundam from Mobile Fighter G. What's your top 5 mecha Gundam designs? Going from least favorite to most favorite. Voltron, number 5. Number 4 is going to be the Gundam Mark II. Number 3 is going to be the Big O. Not Gundam the O, but the show Big O. Number 2 is going to be Gundam Unicorn. Number 1 is going to be GPO1. What got me into the hobby, it probably started when I was young. We had a dollar store in my town. They stocked these little SD Gundam figurines, and I bought the Death Scythe. SD Gundam from, it was the TV version. Didn't know what Gundam was at the time. I love that little dude. And then I started watching Gundam Wing on Toonami, and I just kind of been a fan ever since. But I didn't really get into kits until my brother-in-law was like, "Hey man, they got model kits of these. We should build that." He does like Warhammer and stuff, and I've been kind of hooked ever since. Favorite mecha series to watch? Gundam. And what else do you enjoy outside of model kits? I play games. I played World of Warcraft for like 18 years. Too long, honestly. I'm a bit of a car guy. And I mean, I like outdoor stuff too, like fishing and stuff like that. Kind of like a little bit of everything. Death Before Dishonor says, "Congrats on reaching 3K. Hope you continue to grow the channel." Thank you. That means so much, man. And they ask, what has been your favorite build / and or kit as of last year? If we're going like, if we're talking about last year, it'll be the Sky Defender. But this year is going to be the Nemesis and the Zaoyun, as I answered previously. Nail Fata asks, what do you think about Chinese mechs design-wise? Because at least for me, most of the kits are too pointy and details / gimmicks are too over the top. And I can understand that for the most part. A lot of these Chinese kits aren't for everyone. I personally build them because I enjoy the display factor of the 1/100 scale size and up. And it's not that I don't like Bandai, because I do. I love Master Grade, Perfect Grade Gunpla. It's just, if I were to only build the 1/100s they release and what they've had, I would eventually just run out of kits because they really slow down their production-wise. And so it's mainly the scale that appeals to me. And I mean, I'm not exactly like a UC purist or a Gundam purist. I just like really cool robots, and so I can understand like not having lore for a model kit, but like a mech can really like take away from the experience. But just all in all, I just really like the just the aesthetics overall, and having a big cool robot on my shelf. Vincent Jackie 5113 asks, how old are you? And you have some very nice kits. What do you do for a living? I'm going to try really hard not to dox myself. So, I am the ripe old age of 28 years old. And what I do for a living, I have a 9 to 5 at a factory. And plus, when you guys use my code on Gundamit, I get points whenever you guys purchase stuff, and that really helps me to be able to afford these model kits and keep making reviews for you guys. Shin Ryoka asks, what was your first ever kit? What was your absolute worst kit to build, and what was the best? And would you consider getting and building a Mecha Girl model kit? So, I've already answered the second question there, but I will answer the other two. My first ever kit was the High Grade Revive RX-78-2. And on the topic of Mecha Girls, it's not really my thing. No hate against them. I just like my big, beefy mechas. But that being said, I mean, if they were any like they've been doing the Yu-Gi-Oh model kits, so like I might grab a Dark Magician girl, and like the girl-based Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so I might be open to that idea. But just generally, the Mecha model girl kits would just really appeal to me. Dragon Force asks, if you could have 2 huge mutated monster limbs in addition to your arms and legs, would you rather have giant lobster claws or giant praying mantis arms? This is the best question, because I thought about this. If they're able to regrow, give me the giant lobster claws, because I love lobster. I would just cut them off and eat the claws. But if they don't, I'm probably gonna still go with the lobster claws. Just have big pinchers seem really funny. Excellent question, bro. Gundam Nut, another good friend of mine, asked, when will we see an ASMR speed build of a future build? And would you make a video of a completely customized model kit with paint and plot plate aesthetics? So the first part there, probably not. ASMR is not my thing. I don't enjoy it. And that's so much editing time. And as far as making a video of a completely customized model kit with paint and plot plate aesthetics, Maybe in the future, if I can possibly step down from a full-time job and have more time at home to do something like that. Because right now, I still like to do custom paint jobs as like a part of the hobby away from video making, but that part's definitely in the future. I'll say congrats on 3K subs, bro. Thank you, man. Red307 asks, is there a certain ritual that you do when you build? How do you build with burnout, if any? Lastly, where do you get news of new third-party kits? As far as that first one, as a ritual, not really. I just kind of like turn the camera on and start building. And how I built with burnout, I treat YouTube as like part of my job, and I'm usually only building right now for videos. And so what I do is after work, I build then, and then on the weekends, no build. Not touching my model kit at all. The weekends is me time, away from YouTube, away from work, just purely me time. And news of third-party kits I get from either checking the new updates on Gundamit, the Playmo Times Facebook page, and Logma over on Facebook as well. Be sure to check him out. Migs2318 asked, what made you review third-party kits and not actual Bandai kits? A couple things, really. I noticed when I started getting into third-party kits, there wasn't a lot of English-speaking YouTubers who covered them. And reviewing Bandai kits, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up and get them out on time to keep up with like bigger people like Mecha Gaikotsu and Zaku Aurelius and people like them. And with Bandai producing less 1/100 kits, the smaller scale stuff just doesn't really interest me as much. And I saw someone by the name of Metalman X, who's become a great friend of mine. Shout out. Love you, bro. And he was doing it, and that really inspired me, like, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. And it's been history ever since. Speaking of the devil, Metalman X, he says, congrats, Dylan 3K, I'm very happy for you. Thanks, man. That means so much coming from you, dude, and I can't wait till you either come back and make videos again or whatever you choose to do in the future. I'll always be there supporting you 100%. And his question is, what is your favorite aspect of building model kits and what got you into it? My favorite aspect is honestly just building up like the inner frame and seeing how the parts connect together and work, and then that whenever you clip that piece off the last runner, you're one piece away from finishing the kit. You clip that off, throw your runner aside, and it's just done, and you get to look at it. And then you do my least favorite part of putting water slides on, and you put it up on your shelf, and it looks fantastic. Crow9582 says, no question here, just going to say congratulations on hitting 3K. Going to stay for the long one. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Okay, we got a mouthful here. XX Raver XX on X Tacy? Yeah, I'm sure that's right. Congrats on 3K milestone. Thank you so much. Can you please rank all third-party companies based on the kits you've bought and built via a tier list? You know what? I'll do it in the future. I'll make a third-party model kit brand tier list video, and I'm sure it's gonna ruffle some jimmies. See, Torellia 125 asks what attracts you to certain kits, aesthetics, brands, gimmicks, etc. It's definitely mainly the aesthetics and the scale. Like, the bigger the better. Brands have a plan too, because you know with a good brand it's gonna be good quality. Gimmicks don't really factor too much in for me because I really don't actually play with my model kits. I do the review, do those poses for the last shot of the review, and then get in a nice final pose and put it on my shelf, and it just sits there. The Saiyan Legacy asks, how long have you been building Gunpla? Are there hobby skills you wish you had but never put the time for whatever reason? I would have been building since about the high grade Revive RX-78 came out. Honestly, not that long in the large scale of things. As far as skills, probably like engraving, with panel line, making like adding your own panel lines, making already ones deeper, working with claw plate and stuff like that, and getting better at painting, which I recently have gotten into, but I wish I would have gotten into it earlier, so I would have better skills by now because I'm a little impatient. But yeah, mainly just those two. Bad name, I know. asked, how are you able to afford all the kits that you buy? Do you sell kits? I don't sell my kits. If anything, if think I have too much, I'll probably go donate them to like a local mission or something. Well, I mean, a kid will probably be disappointed that he's playing with it and it falls apart, but I think at least someone could get enjoyment out of it at least. And as far as able to buy kits, just my job pays decently, and I have a wonderful wife who lets me, buy these kits, and she supports my hobby. And once again, whenever you guys use that code over at Gundammit, those points add up and really help me be able to get a lot more than I would normally. We're coming here to our last question, and this is from Can't Think of a Name. Sometimes it be like that. And they ask, how do you deal with storage / display of all these Gundams, especially with modern third-party kits? They're so large. I run out of space quick. Also, how do you prevent burnout on model kits especially? For storage / display, I DIY'd my own display cases just out of like a hardware shelf that I lined with contact paper and put a foam backboard on with some lights run across. In the future, I'm just going to get some like shelves screwed into the wall, because while these cases are nice, they take up a lot of space, and my office is very small. And preventing burnout, what I think helps me out with these third-party kits, a lot of them are very different from each other, and a lot of them don't feel samey. But once again, only building during the week and giving those weekends off for completely me time has really helped. And thus concludes our 3,000 subscriber Q&A special. Once again, I cannot thank you all enough for watching and supporting my channel, and always giving me, good feedback, whether the video was good or bad. It all really helps me grow and perform better for all you guys to make enjoyable content. I hope we continue to grow. I'm thinking at 5,000, we do ourselves another giveaway. Get another model kit and some tools out to somebody, Sure, everyone has tools, but who's going to say no to, more tools? You got backups and everything, and probably do something a little bit bigger this time. But yeah, can't wait till we're here for the next one. And as always, you all take care.